Hey, what's going on, guys? It's David Hasselhoff, aka Night Flyer, coming at you again with a quick update about the DRL Sim. I recently have checked it out again because of the Bud Light tryouts that they have going on. And yeah, let me just show you this intro video real quick. It's a pretty dope little intro, right? Well, DRL has really stepped its game up as far as a simulator goes. Just right off the bat, opening up the game and jumping into it. My Tyrannus is very simply, linked up to it. And if it doesn't link up at the beginning, I just unplug it, plug it right back in, and it just reads it. The first thing I'm going to comment on is a huge thing that has turned me off on another sim, but the physics are built against an 820 gram bird with 2204 2300s on it. Like, oh my god, how underpowered would that actually be? I think it's like a 280 or something. That's bigger motors is what they would scale it off of, but whatever. I like the full disclosure what they what they base it off of. As here you can see me kind of flipping through the settings, kind of showing you what they have to offer. But like you saw on that first screen, the main menu, it said, click here to give feedback on physics. That's a huge thing in a simulator. But if you see right now in the settings, there's a lot of ways to change how you interact with the bird itself through the controller. All of these settings, they're different, number ratios from what I'm used to in Betaflight. It took me a day to get it dialed in, but a lot of options, really cool. I dig it. I really like what they're doing here. They got their whole profile you can set up. I don't think I've done like multiplayer or actual races against other people. I'm just trying to do time trials versus myself. Like I said, every time I've opened up to join a lobby, or I've created a lobby a few times, I've never found anyone. You probably have to specifically find somebody. But the option's there. I'd like to play it here. If someone wants to play multiplayer, hit me up, definitely. You can, shoot me a tell on Instagram, or, leave a comment below here. While you're at it, leave a like, I guess, too, But I'd love to play some multiplayer with you guys. Just haven't got around to it, really. New course come out, like you just saw. Just clicked on it, just downloads it in the background real quick. You can just do freestyle, mess around, or you can race, and you put your times on the leaderboard. And that is a huge thing with this tryouts. There's just all kind of names that I recognize. There's names that I don't recognize, but the leaderboards are easy access. They're right there in the main menu. You can look at them, and you can actually watch everyone's replay from first place all the way down to, I think I looked at a replay a little while ago. It was like 132nd place or something, and just watching him barely puttering around, but like still, it was watching someone else's recorded lap. It was really cool. That blows away FPV event with that. That is such a cool feature. It really teaches you how to push yourself. You see these people who are beating you, and you know what time you have to beat, and then you can watch them. You can actually, just if we were at a real race during the day, I can watch their lines. So it's not a mystery how they did it, and you could really learn a lot from that. It makes you push yourself in places where you don't feel comfortable usually doing that. And here's me just kind of jumping into the course that I just downloaded off the bat. Does a little intro, and you can press your stick to the side to kind of skip the intro and just go for it. And I'll definitely crash a lot learning the course, but man, these courses are very unforgiving. Not like multi-GP at all. But like I said, the only other con has been the same thing since the first I ever used DRL. The non-gate waypoints. There's just been times where I know I'm getting close enough to it where I should hit it. Like, it's not right here, but at this point right here, I've done that turn, and it just says I missed one of those waypoints. And I was going on a fast time. It did that to me on Gates of Hell once too. So, yeah, that was like that beforehand too. In a real race, I'm not going to have a waypoint floating in the middle of the air. I don't think we're there yet with augmented reality and the cameras or whatnot, but you know, that's just a small detail. Who cares about that? But I do like the fact that if I miss a gate, quote unquote, or, you know, whether it's a bank turn or, you know, an actual gate, I like knowing which one I missed. And FPV event, it doesn't tell you when you miss a gate. I don't like that, but whatever. And the other pros are just amazing, though. My pros column just totally destroys the negatives. One thing that really surprised me, I didn't even think about it because it's not on any other sims, if I'm not mistaken, is the auxiliary switches. They're set up for restart race and restart drone, and that was fucking awesome. Like, it just saves me so much time, and there's no question on what auxiliary. It just kind of chooses which switch, but like, I don't care. I'm not doing it for time, really. It's really cool when you have the controller in your hand and you don't have to reach for the keyboard. You can just hit a switch and it resets it. I really like that feature. And I didn't have to set anything up. It was just like ready to go. And I mentioned about the feedback welcome, and you can actually change the physics when you're not in competitive mode. The other sim that I'm not gonna name, the developers were straight up saying that would destroy the game if they allowed that to happen, but no, you'd have a model that competitive is built off of, and when you want to just mess around to get it more like how you fly, how your quad flies, you can change whatever you'd like. It doesn't matter. It's non-competitive. But again, that's neither here nor there. The USB to Tyrannus hookup was just instant. I've already set my Tyrannus up with several sims, so I want to say it's the driver. Once it's recognizes it, it's kind of plug and play. But I never had any issues. Sometimes I'll plug it in and turn the sim on, and it doesn't recognize it, and I just take my USB cord and unplug it and replug it, and it picks it up most of the time. The client, how it updates patches and whatnot, I haven't looked at the patch list and if they're just hot fixes or whatnot, but I haven't had any major bugs. I think I've had a UI bug, but the patcher has, it's its own client, real simple, no big loading process. Really like it. Well done with that DRL. And I guess my favorite part about it is the replays. Like, I can go to the person in front of me, or the number one person, and see how they hit the course, and it pushes yourself. Now, I will admit, it's a big demoralizer sometimes, seeing these crazy people, just like Paul and Night Fury, just, it's robotic. It's insane, these lines that these guys are hitting, and how straight they're staying. It's amazing. But if you haven't checked DRL out, go look at the replays. Go watch these pros. Like, you can be on the same level as them. You can race on the same course and the same exact settings. It's such a level playing field. It's not exactly like flying in real life, but to be able to compare yourself to such fast people really helps you push your skill cap. And I'm going to be doing that a lot here in this next few weeks. I don't know how much longer tryouts are going to go on, but DRL definitely has my attention, and I really just want to support everything that they do, because they're stepping their game up for our community, our hobby, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep on pushing myself. I think I got on today, right before I'm recording this, I think I got 18th on this amount. But man, the gap to get further on the leaderboard than 18 is just insane. You guys are just hitting amazing runs. But if you guys have any questions or you want to play multiplayer, hit me up with a comment below. Throw me a like. And yeah, guys, I'll see you out there. I also did want to add 2 other things real quick. I took out of my list on the negative side of the simulator. You can like hit walls and you can do stuff that normally wouldn't fly in real life, like, you know, hit a propeller or hit the ground or do something that, like, especially around concrete like this, you wouldn't survive. You would definitely be out for the count. Now, when this was pay to play, quote unquote, just a few days ago, where you had to actually buy like kits of props, and every time you wreck or whatnot, it would cost a set of props. Now that was on competitive mode only. They recently just took that out and refunded people their money. The reason they said they did this was to open the competitive player pool up a bit, and I can really tip my hats off to them for that. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever heard of a game actually taking away the pay to play part of it. Now, it wasn't pay to win. I mean, technically it was pay to compete, but you know, it wasn't that bad of a price either if you know, had the courses memorized and you didn't crash a bunch. But yeah, they actually refunded people their money and opened it up to make it free to play, pretty much. So it's awesome, DRL. I can't really talk much higher on that move right there. And then another thing too is I believe the auxiliary switches on the FPV event can be turned on, but I haven't figured out how to do it. It doesn't work right. The only suggestion that I could really add to DRL would be in the replay portion, where you can watch other people's, you know, record-breaking laps. If there is a way to like it, like throw a, you know, a Facebook like, not an actual Facebook like, but having some type of like response system, even where you could like comment on certain times in the video, you know, like talk about, oh, like a move he did or how he hit the line right there, like just be able to leave a comment. I think that would be really dope. It would be that next level type of interaction between pilots and looking at a course together as a community. But you know, DRL, check it out. Like I said, let's play some multiplayer. Get me up. Night Flyer, I'm out for real this time.